Yo. I tried to fill in for a gal. Big up, everyone. Thanks for joining. Vader, you here with me as well? Big up. The gal's back.
People.
All right.
My wife and kids are in London.
You just put me on the spot there. I didn't even expect it. If you would have told me, then I would have come.
It's all right. It's all right. My wife and kids just literally called me in the middle of the intro. So
yeah, no, it was funny. Literally, as you were gonna go live, as you was like, boom, let's go.
But guys, breaking news about Manchester City. Breaking news about Manchester City. We gotta start with breaking news.
Big up.
Oh, actually, before we start with breaking news with Manchester City, breaking news with Arsenal. Arsenal are starting a dating show with the Arsenal fans. What the fuck?
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Arsenal have asked Arsenal fans to apply for a dating show that they're going to produce.
Arsenal have actually asked the fans. What the hell is going on here, bro? Oh, man. This is why, you lot will forever be comedy gold. This is exactly why. You do stuff like this and you expect people not to laugh at you. Bro, I don't understand. Like, how? Do you know what, I would understand this slightly if you was actually winning the league or winning something. You know? It's like, I can understand slightly. But the fact you've done nothing for the last 5 years and you're still, your club's still doing stupidness like this. Oh, man. Big up, Rack. Is that your boy? Big up.
What they've said is the match day at the Emirates are a time to connect with the beautiful game and each other.
Yeah.
It is for that reason we've launched a new dating show to celebrate how we share the beautiful game and prove a catalyst. Oh, man.
I figured it out. Boys, I figured it out.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
I figured it out.
Why? No, because that's a nice thing to do. It's a polite thing to do, to introduce yourself.
We got a new member on the show.
How you doing?
Oh, wow.
Member?
How you doing?
What's your name? Sorry? I can't hear you properly.
Cut out.
His name's Cassius.
Oh, Cassius Clay.
As in
Muhammad Ali. Yeah. The big man, of course.
Who do you support, Cassius?
Who do you support?
Who?
Liverpool. What can I say?
Rack is rubbing off on him.
He's young.
Rack is rubbing off on him. I wouldn't be surprised if he said he was a City fan. Would you?
Are you a City fan?
There's time for him.
No.
You said your best friend is a City fan, right?
Yeah. He wouldn't do that to his dad. No way.
Cassius, who's your favorite YouTube content creator?
Good question.
Do you know YouTube? Oh, you said someone with a beard who's a Liverpool fan. Is that what you said? Who was it? Do you remember? Do you remember his name? He doesn't know. He doesn't remember. Maybe it's just Sam. I don't know. No, he said he's a Liverpool fan. He said he's a Liverpool fan. He's got a beard.
Got a beard.
He did. Long hair as well. Let me guess. Yeah. Talking about Salah.
He sounds not kid appropriate, so you should find another one to watch.
Ooh, don't say that. Sam could definitely rein it back a little bit.
Gal, listen, bro. I think I figured it out. Yeah, you know the drawing like during the holy month of Ramadan, and even in general, like I think like you get like Ajad is like rewards for like making people get together, in marriage or whatever. You get rewards if they turn out to become a successful couple. So do you think there's a Muslim guy in Arsenal, bro, somehow trying to get extra ajad from your 70,000 people turning up to game? Because I don't understand. I just don't get it. It's like, is this the first thing on you lot's agenda?
I'm not going to lie to you. I was just bantering. I don't want to really talk about it too much. Who really wants to talk about?
Because you're embarrassed.
Yeah, it's not really something I want to talk about. Let's talk about the exclusive that dropped yesterday.
Yeah, are we live already? I didn't even realize we were live.
Yeah, we are live. We are live.
Oh, I thought we were backstage.
Star's been born.
Saka's returning. We're going to talk about Saka returning in a second, Netweed. But before we go any further, let's just talk about this. Vader, talk to me about Florian Wirtz to Man City. It's happening. City most likely will match or exceed the 100 million price tag quoted to them from Leverkusen. And as Florian Wirtz edges closer to Manchester City, we're hearing about it. Rumors flying about everywhere. It's not done. Some people are going to sensationalize and make it seem like it's done. But I wanted to know, what do you think, Florian?
Yeah. We're not going to do the clickbait thing and say done deal and anything like that. People assuming that everything's been lined up, but it's no secret. It's no secret that City have made him a target City want him to know that we're interested. We want you at City. We think you have a bright future, and we want you to be a part of our future and trophies moving forward. Listen, guys, and listen, I know Cassius, he's young, but down the road, he's going to be venturing into the dating life. And in the dating life, you have to shoot your shot. You have to let that young lady know that you're interested. If you don't,
no, bro, you have to. Why did you say lady? I was gonna go to like Ronaldo, Tevez. You got to shoot. Do you know what I mean? Like Berber, get them knocked down, yo.
Yeah, there's a lot of analogies. There's a lot of analogies, but the point is, you have to shoot your shot. There's nothing wrong with you saying, "Listen, I'm interested," and she happened to say, "You know what? I'm not interested myself," or "This isn't a good time." We want Wirtz. We want him. If we don't end up getting him, if it happens to be something like when Liverpool went all out for Jude, right? A certain content creator had to shave his head because you know what? He said things were done, things were guaranteed.
Hey, he's not here. No need to mention it.
You're messing up my clip up. That could have been a nice clip. Now the whole thing with regards to Wirtz, we have to go and get him. We have to try at the very least. Look at the depletion of talent that's happened at our club. I'm happy with how aggressive we are. And if he happens to turn us down, he turns us down. But we're making it known that this is what we want to do moving forward. And you know what it also does? There's a ripple effect. Because it lets everyone else that we're also targeting and talking to know that we're serious. So other young or other promising athletes, no, City are about it. They're looking at him. We're looking at you. Let's go and make this happen. Let's see, man. Stay close to this story because I think it's got legs.
There you go. He's like, monitor this situation. It's gonna be serious. Florian Wirtz to Man City. Is that the Kevin De Bruyne replacement, guys?
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think of Florian Wirtz?
I don't think he's close enough to your earbuds, so we don't pick up what he's saying.
No, he's
Rap, do you know what it is? It's the headphones, because you got the left one in your one and the right one in his, or the other way around.
Yeah,
that's why it's not picking up.
Okay. He said
the right one.
He said we hear you clearly, Rax. We don't hear him.
Yeah.
He said Szoboszlai is 10 times better. That's what he said. I don't make rules.
Someone rewind this video. Are you sure?
Don't do that to him. He did not say that.
Listen, good taste runs in the family, man. What can I say?
Wow. I heard Szoboszlai is going to be your next right back.
We're going to talk about Trent in a second. Bridge Nation has joined us. Big Ahmed in the building. Just ate his iftar. He's ready to go. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. Man City, they get Florian Wirtz. They always have a plan. This is a good run club. As much
isn't
as
Florian Wirtz got like a long-term injury?
No.
I thought he was out, no?
What are you talking about?
A long-term injury? No.
I thought he was injured because if I'm not mistaken, did he not get injured in the second leg of the Bayern game?
Oh, so you got concerns with this? You don't think it's a good move?
I think he's a good listen. He's a quality player, but I just wanted to
obviously. You got an
ankle. My apologies. Then I was Okay, sorry.
He's out for several weeks, but it's nothing where it's gonna stop them from getting a transfer move.
Irregardless, listen. Florian Wirtz, man, quality player. Irregardless, man. You know, if you get him, it's a W move, I have to say. But then I just question again, where are we heading now with Pep? What's the next evolution? Because, you know, again, guys like Marmoush, guys like Wirtz, you know, they need creativity, bro. You know, they can't. I don't really feel like they're cogs in a machine, because that's the sort of thing that Pep, I think, generally likes out of player. A guy that knows a certain job set to be doing. So, do you think that we're going to be seeing an evolution coming, Fair?
While you're talking about evolution, let me just add the other player you're linked to, Camavinga, 70 million.
So when Ahmed asked this question, I've heard it from.
You didn't hear Camavinga to Man City, guys?
No way. You're going for Camavinga.
So they're gonna have Camavinga, Rodri, and as Vader likes to put it, Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's Galactico. That's Galactico setting.
You see how he looks at the
I like Gonzalez.
Rodri. But reportedly, Camavinga could be going for as low as 85 million pounds.
As low as 85 million.
Bro, what do you mean?
As low as 85 million. What is that, bro?
No, 85 million euros. So that's like 70 million pounds.
Yeah,
That's impossible. That's basically double the value they brought him at, because they brought Camavinga at 30 million, if I'm not mistaken.
He's still 22, you know.
Yeah, he's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But the problem is
you can't prefix that with as low as. That's a
Yeah.
lot of 70
So
million.
70 million pounds.
He
70
could say
million
as
pounds.
low as if he thinks
70,
that it should be
70
higher.
million pounds is not much for
do you know what my hot take about Camavinga is? Yeah, I think Camavinga is still a quality player, top player. I like him a lot, but he hasn't evolved or improved to where he was Aaron's, right? Because again, big up to Carlo, you know, always respect him, my Chelsea gaffer. But one thing about him, bro, he likes guys that can do a job. He's not really known to evolve players. Like, he needs guys that are the finished article.
No, but he's done. No, but do you know what though? I do feel like Camavinga has had to, like, you know, like, you got, what's that saying, where you got piano players and you got people that.
Yeah, he's had to play a role over there. Yeah,
he's had to play a role, and he's always doing a. You know, every time you watch him, it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
and sometimes he'll you know. So I don't.
Yeah, but I think the problem with that, bro, is that when you continue to, you're just doing a job. Just doing a job. Like, listen, big up to my boy Aspilicueta. That was my guy that used to do a job. But like, the problem is, bro, that also hinders your development as a player, right? Because like Camavinga realistically should probably be the guy that's, like, you know,
bro, do you know what it is?
I think
they've got better players now, innit? They're going in for Trent as a right back. You've already got what's his name?
Wait, are we already moving on from?
No, for Real Madrid. No, I'm just talking about Valverde. So they've already got players that, in their mind, could probably do a better job. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went in for, like, you know, a solid CDM this season, because I think that's all they're lacking.
Again, if Real Madrid are going for additional players, we can understand why Camavinga might be on the outs. He's still a young player. That price tag is definitely reasonable. I'm looking at possibly losing Gundogan, possibly losing Bernardo Silva. When I think of Bernardo Silva centrally, I would like a Camavinga as a replacement for that centrally. And I can see that working out with him. I
don't like your wording. You're not losing them. You're revamping the squad. You're improving on them.
Yeah, big up Abdul. I've seen him play left back, CDM, centre mid. I've seen him right back.
A loss would be like Trent. Let's be honest. If Robertson leaves,
all right.
If Robertson leaves, Liverpool fans are not going to say they lost Robertson. They're going to be like, we have to improve on Robertson. Trent leaves, they're going to be like, we lost Trent, because it's going to be difficult to improve on him. So
no, I think it's because of the money. I think it's purely because of the money. It's because
we're losing these players. I'm not going to tell you how I think about my
players. Bringing it back full circle to Man City. I don't think Gundogan and Bernardo Silva are as big as of a loss as they would have been 2-3 years ago. I think right now, moving them on would be to improve on them.
Okay, but that would be the case regardless. Even if it was 2 seasons ago, we would be moving them on to get a replacement or to get someone better.
2 seasons ago, if you were to have lost Bernardo Silva, it would have been a big blow. 2 seasons ago, when you lost Gundogan, it was the right move.
Big up.
Okay, but we're still. What up, man? We're still. No, I don't want. No, in my opinion, as a City fan, let me speak on my guy Bernardo Silva. I think it would be a loss losing him. Look at where he's had to play this season. Pep's had him at right wing. Pep's had him centrally.
It's a new one. I love it.
Yeah, he's. I think he's scouting right now. That's why he's in the car.
There you go.
The whole thing.
Are you in Brazil, Ahmed?
No. I'm just on the way home, and I got a nice little ride on the way home, luckily today. So that's why I'm chilling.
Oh, it's Friday night.
Uber.
Friday night.
No background noise.
Streaming on the go.
Listen, Bailey, you gotta take some notes from him. No background noise, nothing.
I've got my Samsung noise cancelling headphones as well. So big gift.
Big up Samsung.
Other headphones are available.
Shout out to my driver today, man. Big up to the driver today, man. Big up to you, bro.
Yes.
Shout out to him, bro.
You can't hear me. Let's get back to City. Vater, end it off whichever way you want to end it off.
All right, I'll just say this: the rumors with regards to the players we're going after, I'm happy for it. Long let it continue, increase the numbers. I'm happy for that, because I think there's going to be a lot of movement in the summer across all our clubs. We see what's happening with regards to how aggressive Arsenal are planning to be in the summer. Obviously, Chelsea, they don't stop spending. We'll see what United end up doing. Yeah, they're talking about already being aggressive. It's already supposed to be Zuma Mendy's already supposed to be locked in. And then we know that Liverpool, let me finish this. We know that Liverpool are going to be in the market, of course. So Camavinga, Wirtz, let's go. Let's make it happen if we can. There's going to be some players leaving, and we'll adjust.
Let's talk about I'm gonna throw a whole. We've spent a lot of time talking about Trent. Forget about Trent.
Rightfully, no. Let's not forget about Trent.
Forget about Trent for a second. There's a bigger fish.
We haven't even spoken about him, to be
We haven't
honest.
said
Like,
nothing
at all.
about him.
There's a bigger issue.
We haven't even
guys.
spoken about him.
We gotta
No,
speak
no, no.
about Trent.
Just 1 second.
Look at this guy. This guy's got a background set up and everything.
1 second.
This is the one that Vader made earlier.
We're going to speak about Trent right now, but I also want to speak about Liverpool as an entity, the whole club. They have a situation where they got 3 players that could potentially be out of contract, and one has already decided to leave. Could there be a ripple effect? We will find out. Thoughts on all 3: Trent leaving to Real Madrid, and the situation of Mo Salah and Van Dijk. And I'm going to start with Rak. Let Rak say his bit, and then we'll go on to everybody else. Rak, what are you saying?
Okay, he's going to talk about Trent. How do you feel about Trent? Can you hear him? Speak up.
He said, "I don't care." He said, "I don't care."
He said,
What?
Why not? Why not? Because we have Bradley. Controversial take.
No, that's a good take. That's
He's
a good
about the
take.
club. He's about the badge. I respect that. Players move on.
Defensively,
You're always with the club.
Yeah, he's a real
Bradley's
one.
better.
He's a real one, man. I respect this.
I don't think he would have said that
right
at the
there.
beginning of the season. To be fair,
Look,
I'm gonna have to be the bad guy and push back on the little kid. You guys are the only ones gonna let him.
No,
slide.
let him speak, and then we got
No.
Rax. We know Rax has got something to say.
Yeah.
Gal, you are something else, you know. Rest of I'm gonna push back on a little kid. All of you lot are letting him slide. And don't invite a gal to a kids party.
That's for sure, man. You can't invite him, man. You can't invite him, man.
No, I rate it though.
Judge
No,
Mo wants to
listen,
know who this is. Judge Mo wants to know who this is. Let him know.
He's my nephew, man. He's my nephew. Big up Cassius, innit?
Big up,
Bro,
Judge Mo.
your son. Big up Cassius, man. Big up Mo.
Tell Judge Mo that that's a future Liverpool fan and future Inter hater. That's what.
He's a future panelist. Future panelist.
Yes, he's anti-Inter. He's anti-Inter.
Hey, it's not too late, yeah, to support Man United.
Go ahead, guys. Take it away, Rack.
No, you know. Okay, so I was talking to Cassius about Trent earlier, right? Him and his brother, they've played a blind day in the sense that when this contract talks came up a few years ago, look, what he decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my options open, and you can't really blame him for that. You can't really I understand there's as football fans, we want our loyal players to stay, our homegrown players to stay, one of our own, and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, as a professional, you have to deal with it in a professional manner. You have to take emotion out of it. Now,
professional manner.
I find it
keywords.
Yeah, and so I kind of understand it, but obviously, as a fan, it hurts, right? Because you want Trent, who's one of the best players in the world, especially, to kind of see out his time at Liverpool, go down as a legend. He had the opportunity, and I think that opportunity will be gone when he leaves Madrid. He is a legend to some extent, but he could have been an icon. No, because there's always levels to it, right? There's always levels to it.
Legends leave like this.
Look, when Torres left, for example, I was screwing, right? I really wanted Torres to stay, and he left.
Where was Torres from? Where's Torres from?
My legend, man. My legend. My legend, man. My legend.
So I don't want to say I hated him, but Liverpool were poorly run at the time. And anyway,
Rex,
ultimately, it came down to it after time.
Can you tell us in Cassius, where was Torres born? Where was he born again?
He was born in Madrid, right? He's an Atletico. He's an Atletico.
Oh, okay.
Right. Sure. But the point is
that nasty work, Vader, man. That's nasty work, Vader. Nasty work,
but the point is time is a healer, right? And given time, I grew to forgive Torres, and I hope people who feel more angrily at Trent at the moment maybe cutting some slack. But at the same time, right now, look, I tried before this happened. I thought, you know what, I'll try and take the high ground and wish him well and stuff like that. To be absolutely honest, I don't really wish him well. I'm not wishing him evil, but I'm just a bit numb to it. Look, I mean, he did what's right for him, and that's not necessarily what's right for the club. Unfortunately, those two.
Did he do what's right for him?
This is
I think he has. But you know what? Only time will tell whether it's proved to be the right decision.
Exactly.
So if he leaves and he goes on to play excellent for Madrid and win lots of trophies, of course he's going to turn around and say, you know what, hometown club and all that, but I got the opportunity to play with some of the best players in the world. If he fails and they boo him and he gets chucked out after a couple of seasons and he comes back and he's playing for Spurs, then probably not, right?
No, guys, one more question. One more question.
One more. No, we got lots more.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta ask this simple question. Now that everything is done, is Reece James finally better than Trent?
Oh, why are you doing that already? What's going on here?
Oh, Gal,
you could have held that. You could have held that for a little bit.
I know, no, but since we're here, I've always thought Reece James is better than Trent. Always. There's not one season that I don't think he won.
Interesting.
You know, the issue is ultimately it depends on how you want to play, right? If you're a front-foot attacking aggressive team, then you go for Trent. If Pep had to choose between Trent and Reece James, I'm pretty sure he chooses Trent because when he had a similar choice,
No. The thing is, bro, the issue with Trent, Rack, obviously since the gal brought this up, because I had another question for you. But...
Yeah. No, keep. Yeah, we need to talk about Trent. We're not done.
Yeah. So let me just. But I just believe that as a right back or a fullback, you have to offer both, going both ways. You have to be able to defend. Like you're basically a winger then. Like you're not even a right back. You're a failed winger. If you're just telling me, okay, he's good going forward, but he can't defend. Like you can't have that, and especially, and not only that, Rack. If you are going to play that attacking style football, you're going to need your wing back or right back to be able to get up and down and catch up like Walker. That's why Walker is actually up there for one of the best right backs who do it in the Premier League, because he has that recovery pace. He can actually leave you there, play that football going forward. He might not get you 10 goals, 15 goals a season, but defensively, he had that recovery pace. He could actually defend.
The point is, if you dominate the ball 70% of the time, right? Yeah. You want to maximize your ability on the ball. Yeah. Then your defending is less important because most of the time you're in the attacking final third. Like, don't get me wrong. Of course, Walker's recovery pace. Walker was never the best defender, but ultimately, even if he made a mistake, he could always get back, right? So Trent doesn't have that to the same extent. He's not as good a defender.
But even defensively, I think Walker, take away the pace.
The grittiness.
Better defender.
The grittiness as well.
But take away the pace. Take away the pace from Walker. I still think he's a better defender.
I need to speak on Trent, though. I need to speak on Trent.
But when Pep had what was his name? That fullback that you had, the one who started inverting and who
Cancelo.
I can't remember his name now. Cancelo, right? Cancelo and Trent are pretty much identical in very similar kind of traits. And ultimately, he chose to stick with Cancelo because he gives him much more on the ball. He was never the greatest defensively. But you give him the ball in dangerous areas, he will make you pay. And look at Cancelo. Look at Trent. Okay. Sorry, he's the record assister for a fullback, and he's not even half. And he's going to leave. He's leaving the league at 26.
But this is why I want to talk about him leaving. I want to talk about the leaving part, if I can, Igal. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Oh, guys, people in the chat. We got over 100 of you guys in the chat. Do me a favor, at least get this video past 70 likes right now. You could do that easily.
Let's go.
Everyone just hit that like button. We could easily get past 70 likes right now. So I'm not even asking all of you guys to like it, but if you all like it, it makes it even better.
Like the video.
Finish off this topic, and then we're gonna go on to the Van Dijk and Salah point.
Finish off the topic.
Whoa, Gal, this is what I'm saying, bro. I still had one more. I had some questions for Trent, about Trent.
Are we gonna spend the whole show on Trent?
Not the whole show. You know me. I'm gonna do my best to be
just concise. 2 minutes, bro. Let me enjoy this for 1 sec.
Yeah. We gotta enjoy this. As much as it's not really deserving of Rax, there's other Liverpool fans that need to be hearing this. Listen, Rax talked about he did the best for himself. That is all to wait and see, because the way he left wasn't the best for himself. If he was, and again, I know I was talking to Cassius a little earlier in terms of you got to shoot your shot when I was talking about being a man as you grow up. Also, when you're in a relationship and it's not working out, you got to be a man about it and say, I'm moving on. You don't ghost. You don't just ignore.
What is this? Life advice from Vader.
Life advice, exactly. I'm working on a new show. But this is what you got to do. You got to be a man, and you got to say, I've got a future elsewhere. I love obviously Liverpool, but I got aspirations, which everyone's telling me he's got ambition to do something else. Be right up front about it. Be right up front and say that instead of what he's been doing. So I think he has hurt his legacy.
No player.
I think
No player does it. No player does it
okay.
though.
Okay.
Name me a single player who's done that.
Well, Harry Kane wanted to leave, made it clear, and the ownership prevented it from happening. But that's another story. With regards to Trent, Rax, hey, you can rebuttal at another time. Egal wants to move on. Egal wants to move on. Let me just say this.
He stopped showing up to training. That's what he did.
Yeah. Can I still step in?
Did you advocate that?
Do
you advocate that behaviour? This is Cassius. He's a great man. You were doing your life advice. Would you recommend that Cassius, when he wants something, just stop showing up to training? Just says, you know what?
But Rax, this is what we're saying. That wasn't his first action. His first action was to do it in a different way. When the ownership was making it more difficult, when the ownership weren't trying to abide for him making that move, then he sat out. Then he didn't show up. But there's a way to do it. And Trent moved like a snake with regards to this. And this is why it hurt his legacy. He said Stevie G was his hero. And he saw how things played out with Stevie G and then did it this way. He's hurt his legacy. And now I don't even know if he can enjoy how this season's going to end with you guys winning the trophy and so on. I got lots to say. We can do this at another time.
No, so I just want to touch on what you just said as well. I just want to touch on.
I haven't spoken on this. Can I
bro, I just nearly had my moment on this. Give me 1 second, Ahmed, please, bro. Give me 1 second. Yeah? Look, bro. Like I could tell there was something. Like you were just talking about that, Bea. So did you see? I'm guessing we all saw it. He had an option whether to win the World Cup with his country or win the Ballon d'Or. Please tell me you lot saw that.
Yeah. Remind the chat. His
response was win the Ballon d'Or instead of winning the World Cup with your country. Yeah. They gave him an option. He sat there and he was like, well, I would love to be Liverpool captain, but it's not down to me. And then he was like, okay, so next, what is it? Would you rather win the World Cup with your country or win the Ballon d'Or? He chose win the Ballon d'Or as a right back.
Wow.
And I'm like, big man, do you know, like, when was the last time England have won a trophy? Like, you not... Like you're supposed to be representing this country. Are you crazy? That's going to show how selfish he is.
He's salty. Right? He didn't get selected to some tournaments.
Bro, however you want to look at it. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think you're not going to miss him that bad. I'll be honest with you. I think your nephew was right in terms of saying, you got another right back to replace him.
Yeah.
And bro, bear in mind, look, he's got a 40. I'm hearing it's a.
They will miss his creativity. That's pretty much it.
You know what I would say.
That's about it. But he would be the one that you wouldn't mind missing though. Like instead of if you had you got Van Dijk, you got Salah. Like you'd rather try and keep these guys rather than Trent because I think he's the easiest replaceable out of all of them.
Facts.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Listen. One thing I always say in life, is that communication is key. One thing and I'm going to use Eden Hazard, right, especially in relationships and everything like that. And the reason I'm going to use Eden Hazard in this example is because, listen, Eden Hazard kind of made it clear to Chelsea for at least in his last 2 seasons that he wanted to go to Real Madrid. And so him and the club kind of came to the agreement, okay, if you want, we're going to accept you going to Real Madrid, but we need you for 1 more season, bro. One thing I just felt like that could have gone a long way for Trent, is if he just said, listen, I've loved my time at Liverpool, but this is going to be my final season at the club. If you did that, something like in the beginning of the season, right? That I think for me is the big. That I think for me. Listen, whether you take it good or bad, at the very least, he's been open and honest with you.
Maybe you're not allowed.
Listen, well, that's their problem. But at least for me, bro, he's actually at least cleared up from
He's been real.
He's been real. He's kept it facts, and the fans can then take it one way or another at the very least, right? But the problem for me is, one thing I hate more than anything in life is skullduggery, and that's what he's kind of done right now, bro. It's been in the shadows. Nothing's been happening here and there, stuff like that. That's not gonna help you out at the end of the day. The best thing about anything in life as a professional, because he claims to be a professional, is that you leave on good terms. So whether you like it or not, as long as you leave on amicable terms with something, bro, you're never gonna get hated as much. But he's not done that. And listen, he's gone to Real Madrid. It's great, yes. You've got the bag now, and like that. You've secured what some people might call your legacy. But my question to Trent would be: is that legacy gonna be as great as maybe it could have been if he's at Liverpool?
Bro, do you know what? There's a long list.
Because for me, Because the reason why I say that, bro, is that listen, a lot of people go to Real Madrid, bro. Yeah, they get their trophies, but they're not really remembered, bro.
Nope,
They're just
just
another
another
Real
player.
Madrid player.
He's trying to be Carvajal Marcelo 2.0.
You've got players, no, but bro,
And
you've
what
got
is that?
players. Every player that has left Liverpool that's gone to Madrid has not done well.
No, but they're
Only McManaman, by the way, has done well. By the way, McManaman did really
McManaman
well.
was
I'd probably
okay.
say.
Owen was
Owen flopped.
Arbeloa did well, but he's obviously used Spanish already.
Can we talk about the other two quickly?
Yeah.
Salah and Van Dijk. What about them?
I actually, Rakia, I hate to say this to you. I think one is definitely gonna say. I actually think you're gonna lose two, though, in my personal opinion. Now, I think Van Dijk is probably the likeliest to stay, in my opinion, because I actually do think he has a connection there, in my personal opinion. The thing about Salah for me is that, and this is the way I'm gonna put Salah. Veta is gonna understand this, and Igal's gonna understand it because they watch the NBA like me. I feel like he's doing the contract extension season right now, Salah, bro. Right? You know that one where they go for the max. He's trying to go for the max deal. He's doing everything he can, and then you know what happens the season after, bro? Kaput, bro. That's what it feels like for me, and I feel like FSG is probably smart enough to realize, bro, that's what's coming with Salah, right? So I just don't see a way where they meet him at his terms, in my personal opinion.
Let me chime in on that. And I got to ask Rax a question. How many more years do you think it would take Salah to get the goal scoring record? Because I think that is what's in the balance with him and FSG.
It's beyond him. He's not getting to share his record. He'd need to do another 4 more seasons of 25 odd goals. That's too much.
So
Salah
what do you
has got? I don't know what level he wants to get to. Maybe he wants to get to second. Maybe he wants to pass Rooney or whatever. But he's not getting to share his record. That's too far, and he'll be too old by that point. Like it doesn't.
I heard the weirdest thing I heard was Saudi. Salah doesn't go to Saudi, but he joins Newcastle.
Nah.
Whoa.
No, bro. I've heard the Saudi lot speak about him, and every single club.
Where are you getting this stuff from?
Bro, they'll be happy to take Salah in the summer, bro. Trust me.
That's the dredges of the internet. That's the dredges of the internet. Where did you get this story from?
Honestly, I'm throwing Reddit stories out there. I'm not throwing. That's what it is. But
man said Reddit stories. You know what the flip is this, man?
I don't know about you guys, but you don't go on Reddit to see some crazy stuff.
Listen, I use Reddit, like obviously, but that's for like storytelling purposes and stuff
crazy
like that.
Stories about transfers. Mo Salah to Arsenal, Mo Salah to Chelsea.
That's what AI made, bro.
I see all
I
these.
feel unless you're like going on there for like anime and stuff like that, which because they usually like leak stuff on there and game related stuff, I don't really use Reddit other than that because it's a bit pointless.
I use it for fake transfer rumors and stuff like that.
Reddit for leaked anime. I've never heard of that.
Oh, that's random. Anyways, next story is actually the super chat. Netweed, big up Netweed. He said he said Saka's back for Teta to run him into the ground. Do you guys think Bukayo Saka is coming back too soon? Netweed, I respect the super chat, but come on. There's professional.
I would honestly, I would personally just shut him down for the season, bro. When you've got a big hamstring injury, bro, that he's had, the best thing sometimes I say, bro, is you just gotta take care of it, bro. Let him rest, let him relax, bro. Let's not try to push him. Big up to Jay, man.
I think the narrative that is running, and I don't like it, is that Arsenal had him out for 3 months and they rushed him back for the Real Madrid game. I don't think that's the case. I think the case is obviously the player wants to play, the club would want him to play, but they're gonna have to do all the safety measures before they get him okay to play. I don't think.
But come on, but can I hit back a little bit at this? Oh yeah. Now listen, I think players like especially when they're facing top teams, whether it be a Real Madrid, or stuff like that, and like your team needs you, and you're a big player like Saka is, bro. Sometimes, bro, you are gonna try to push yourself, bro, to get ready as much as possible. I think also,
you gotta protect the player from himself.
Yes, exactly right. And also, I think at times, bro, there's a lot of short termism when it comes to injury related stuff, in my personal opinion too. Right, guys like Saka, bro, you need to remember this guy's gonna. You want this guy to be here for you the next 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, bro.
He's
right?
not Harry Kane, bro, where he's kind of like, where he needs that rest. It's like, bro, and you got sports science these days,
But listen, sports science.
Real Madrid, that's when he should come back if you advance past.
What's
the
Spurs defender? What's the Spurs defender who keeps getting injured?
Can
you imagine this scenario with Van der Ven? Exactly. So is he being rushed? I mean, sure, are they being negligent when they rush him back, or are they rushing him back, or he keeps getting injured, right? So you don't want that to happen. That's the point.
Reece James is the best example of this, by the way. Reece James, again, a fellow Englishman that plays right back. That plays him,
Injuries done him.
This is his first. The thing I would say is it's a little bit different for defenders because they have to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Where as a winger, really and truly, let's be honest, you're dictating what pace level you need to go at. You're not chasing a defender as much as you would be if you're right back or center back. So I do think it's slightly different. I do think it's slightly different. As for, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist in this.
Really?
But
Johnny Rab, there's a lot of specialist doctors here.
But you've read a lot of Reddit.
But he's been he's been out since December, guys. 3 months is more than enough time to recover from this type of injury based on scientific studies. So I'm not. That's a problem.
Scientific studies. Each situation needs to be taken its own merits. Scientific studies with 50 people, but there's a bell curve, right? It's people who get in who recover quick and people who recover slowly. What you want Saka to be? You don't want Saka to be one of the people who recover slowly and you chuck him back in early.
And the worst thing is for an injured player is when if you're not playing or whatever, and you're just sitting there. No, you're just sitting there. So the thing is with. Obviously, Luke Shaw had a double leg break, so that's not a good example. But Reece James is a good example. If you have too many injuries and you're not playing, then that could have an effect on you coming back, a longer effect on you coming back.
And I also think rushing you, he had actually the two things happened to him. He initially was getting rushed back, and
Who was rushing him back?
Listen, I don't want to speak his name. He's. I don't want to speak his name, please. You know what I mean? I'm gonna crash out if I mention him, but please. You know what I mean? Please. Sorry, bro.
What was he rushing back for? You guys were like 12.
Brother, this is what are you talking about? This is not before. He was getting injured before we were 12, right? He was out for the 7 months when we were 12, if I'm not mistaken.
The thing is, it's similar to the Luke Shaw situations. He's had many different injuries. It's not just the same one, is it?
It's the same one, bro. He's always had a hamstring injury, Reece James. It's never been that's what I'm saying to you. Yes, but
I'm seeing a trend. They're all defenders that you guys are naming.
Maybe they're not doing what they should be doing off the pitch, bro. I'll be honest with you. Wingers are naturally runners.
Who's the guy that I know about with a hamstring right now that's consistent? I can think of one right now.
I can tell you two right now. Elise and Dembele both had hamstring problems, and they came back from it, and they're playing perfectly fine this season.
Yeah, but I think in the case of both Elise and Dembele, it was over a consistent period of time, right? They had it for quite a bit of time, and then it kind of petered out, if that makes sense, where they came back to be consistent order. But there was a period of time where that issue was a concurrent issue, if that makes sense.
That was the case with KDB as well.
I don't think we have to worry too much. I think Bukayo Saka coming back is a massive boost, and I'm very happy that he's coming back, and I hope that he's going to be okay. I'm not really too concerned about the injury side of things right now because I trust the doctors, and I think they have the best interests of the players at heart also. But Jay wanted to say something. Go ahead,
Legendary
Jay.
panel right now. Rax,
yeah, man, Rack and friends, man, Rack and friends.
I like that. I like that new jersey. I like that new kit.
What is that? What kit is that?
It's called B93. It's a Danish team. He plays for the academy for B93.
Nice.
He's a
star.
Yeah. Guys, Jay needs to go, or else he's gonna lose it. Go ahead, Jay.
How much time do you need, Jay?
I just said like that. Look at his face when he said that.
How much time do you need, Jay?
Yeah, all good. Saka,
floor's yours, man.
I think if the guy's fit, he's fit. Like, obviously, I'm assuming they're going to bring him back slowly. Odebear for us had a similar type of injury, where his hamstring tore, and he was out for like 4 months. And Look at the hecklers in the background.
Yeah.
So it's about 4 months. So I think the time because Saka's actually been out for ages.
December.
So, December. It's 3.5 months.
Never forget it.
It's about right. I mean, as long as
kind of like
I'd be surprised if Saka starts against Madrid.
When's Madrid?
How long is that? How far is that game away?
That's not gonna happen,
bro. There's 2 games and then the Madrid game, so he'll have 2 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like people think.
Remember, Nick is in 2 weeks. Jay. It's 2 weeks now.
If he's in full training right now.
Oh, wow, April the 8th.
I think it's possible he could play that game.
He could. He has the Fulham and the Everton game to warm up. But guys, I think that's enough on Saka. I don't want to spend too much time on Arsenal. We spoke so much about Arsenal the last 48 hours on my channel. I think I've done like way more videos than I've done before. I had Northside on, I had Ligan on. We've been fighting over Arsenal for the last week now.
They were fighting videos.
Here's a positive.
It was a good show. I watched them.
Let me give you a positive. Arsenal could get a major boost from Real Madrid. 4 of their players are being investigated for over celebrating and excessive celebrating. You had Mbappe.
Oh, right.
You had Mbappe doing something that I don't even want to say because there's kids present. Yeah. I don't want to say it. I'm sorry. Then you have what do you call it? Some other players making unwarranted gestures to the supporters of Atletico Madrid, and then you had Dani Ceballos also doing something a little bit over the top. So this is
okay. Let's be real. Let's cut the mustard, boys.
Let me finish. There could be a 2-game match ban for 4 Real Madrid players.
Okay, cool. Like even those 4 Real Madrid players, I guarantee you, 2 of them are appealing it, or 3 of them are appealing it, and they're not going to get banned. You might get 1 or 2, and even if you get the 1 or 2, I don't think it's still enough.
We still lose.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's be real, man. This is Real Madrid, man. You know, Madrid. You know what I mean? UEFA Lona. Listen, man. We know what these guys are about, man. It's never gonna happen. Let's be real.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, the good question is, who would you want to get suspended? That's a good question.
I don't want anyone.
Who would you want to go missing from that game?
I don't want anyone.
None of us believe you, Igal. None of us believe you.
Let me give you the honest truth.
No,
I don't want anyone to get suspended. I don't want anyone to get suspended for more than 2 games. That's all I got.
Listen, if I'm playing Real Madrid, I'd want the best players to get suspended. Let's be real. Like, with delusion aside, let's just pick. All right, cool. So, would you be worried about Mbappe? Because you're gonna have to pick 4. So, who's the 4?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it another day. Because I don't have to play Real Madrid for another 8 days, so we're not going to talk about it right now.
Long, bro. You're going to wake up tomorrow at 7, and then by Monday it's 6.
You know what, guys? Vader's going to have to go soon, so we got to talk about the FA Cup quickly. Do you guys even remember the FA Cup going on now that none of the big clubs besides... Actually, none of the big clubs...
I can't lie, man. I'm not liking this Premier League fixture where we have to play like midweek and like, you know, Sunday. Can we just not do it like the opposite version? Like, I feel like
FA Cup owns the weekend.
Take it easy, old man. Can we have what's wrong with the change up?
I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? This is utter nonsense, bro.
Just because Chelsea's not in it, Arsenal's not in it, Liverpool's not in it,
bro. But like Chelsea actually have to play. We have to play Thursday, then Sunday, then Thursday again. You know what I mean? That's not suitable, man.
Wait.
What?
Who told you to play in the Conference League?
No, I'm talking about the Thursday. So, listen, I know that ain't you talking about, bro. You're not even gonna win yourselves. You know what I mean? I'm not big fan of that.
Why do you care anyways? You guys are just gonna play a second team in the Conference League and then get a
Brother, second team. We can't play second team, bro. Right now.
Ahmed, you're used to Thursday, Sunday. You're used to that. Come on. Thursday, Sunday.
I'm just not liking it, man. I'm just not liking it.
Why are you making the FA Cup about you? It's FA Cup weekend, and you're making it.
Listen, we won the first FA Cup since 2000. So you need to respect us.
No, you haven't.
Yes, we have. You know what I mean? We have the record of the most FA Cups since 2000. 2000 keyword.
How many do you have?
Since 2000, Igal.
Since 2000, Igal.
How many do you have since 2000?
I can't remember, but I know that stat is
I guarantee you don't have 7.
We have more than 7.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, we have. Our last we won like I think 4 or 5 in the 2000.
Since 2000,
and I know we won
7 FA Cups.
I was gonna say.
I think Chelsea have something similar. No,
Arsenal
I'm
are
pretty
up
sure we have
there.
something
No,
similar.
no.
Because
Your whole club history, you don't have 7 FA Cups, bro.
I know we have 7 FA Cups. I'm pretty sure, bro. If unless I'm not missing one, but I'm fairly
Let
certain.
me go through this because I think you're chatting shit.
I like the FA Cup.
I think you're chatting shit.
It's a great fair.
The FA Cup, Arsenal, by the way, has the most FA Cups out of every club.
Yeah, you have the most FA
Yeah.
Cups. Yeah, I know that.
And Chelsea, since the year 2000, has how many FA Cups? Chelsea have, since the year 2000, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8.
What are you talking about?
No, wait, hold on.
No,
They have
No,
5
they
they
FA
have
have
Cups.
8.
They have 5.
yes.
No, 1970, 1997, 2000, 2007, 2009,
No,
2000.
I'm saying since 2000, he said.
Oh, 2000.
So you must have
got
overtaken
1,
us
2,
recently
3.
then.
No, you got 6 then. So
Bro.
since, all right, so let's go from 2000. So you got 2000. Let's class that as 1 because you said what,
Are you
2000.
Are you okay, Ferris?
2007, 2009. That's 3. 2000. So they got 6.
Grok says 5. Grok says 5.
Well, they won 1 in 2000. So do you want to class that?
2000 and
2019, it doesn't
All right,
count.
2000 and on, it's fine. It's 5. 'cause you got
Okay, so let me
2007.
go to Arsenal now. 2019,
Well, Arsenal's
20,
right here.
2019, 20, 2016, 2017, 2014, 2015, 2013, 2014, 2004, 2005, 2002, 2003,
God damn, Arsenal went in on that
2001,
FA Cup.
2002. I did that shit off the dome. 7 FA Cups. I told you.
told you. Pick up a gal.
It's all well and good, man. All well and good, man. But you're still not in it.
0. I did that off the dome too.
You get down the team too. There we go.
The one thing I fucking have. The most FA Cups in the country, bro. Get out of here. Anyways, we got the FA
A
Cup.
gal, I like to see the chest.
We got the FA Cup. Let's and just in case people think I'm lying, there you go. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
that's when the FA Cup wasn't a bigger fish to fry.
There you go. There you go. FA Cup still means something to a lot of people, man. And right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to see Man City win it. I want to see another club lift the
FA
trophy.
Cup's massive,
Whoa.
man. Even
Look,
to me,
look,
like
look at
I
this.
rate the FA Cup, man.
Villa, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. I want to see one of them win it. Even Preston.
Yeah. That's what it's about. No, but bro, like you see the FA Cup, let's be real, yeah. We've all played like grassroots football, yeah, and we've all wished to kind of like, it does happen. You get Wimbledon FC, and you get like smaller clubs or whatever. Back then, getting that opportunity, bro, it's massive. Like when you got like some dusty Sunday league team, somehow, get into that, play a big team, and causing upsets.
Like Man United.
Very funny, Very funny.
Listen, man. Listen, I wouldn't mind Fulham winning that, to be honest, man. That's my other local.
By the way,
wait, Jay.
We won.
Jay,
by the way, we won the FA Cup. Like we're the latest winners. So have some respect, bro.
Would you want another club to win, or would you want Man City to win?
I don't mind. I mean, Newcastle's broken that kind of hoodoo now, so it's like floodgates are open. It doesn't really matter now. The gatekeeping was necessary for Liverpool to beat Newcastle. They obviously couldn't do that. Thank you, Rax.
Newcastle was the gatekeeper.
Because now Newcastle have won. Like, might as well let the inmates run the asylum. No, why don't we give Bournemouth their first?
Let's be real. You don't want
Why don't
Forest
we give Fulham their first? It doesn't matter now. Newcastle's won. The floodgates are open.
You don't want
doesn't
Forest
really
though.
matter to
Of
me
all the
anymore.
remaining clubs, obviously City.
Because of Wolfie. That's it.
No, it's nothing to do. It's like the whole point about like a club not winning for a while, and it's just now Newcastle's done it. It doesn't really matter. Like, do you know what I mean?
Are you bitter, Jay? Are you bitter?
No. I'm Newcastle deserved it. Like Newcastle beat Arsenal. They beat Liverpool. I'm never gonna be like. I'm always fair. I like to think.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Sure. You know how a lot of rivals want to say, you know what, when City were to fall off, it was Arsenal to win. Do you kind of feel that for there to be a domestic trophy other than the bigs, it should have been Spurs?
No, because I think it's like you got to remember Newcastle lost the League Cup final to United a couple of years ago. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So they did go close already. So this is actually like their second time round, and they knocked out Arsenal over 2 legs, 4-0, beat Liverpool.
They beat us, I think, as well. And
you know what I mean? It's fully deserved. So I'm not like. It's like winning a trophy is like one of those things where it can come at any moment. Like if Spurs win the
I respect it. You're not looking at it like that should be us. You're not looking at it.
Jay, are you thinking this Newcastle? Are you thinking this?
I want to play a game. There's six of us here. There's 6 of us here. There's going to be one FA Cup winner. Everyone pick one person that's left.
I thought we all know the answer. Spurs. I'd want Spurs to win it.
We're not
I was Fulham to win it
you're saying
personally.
on this panel. Sorry, I thought you said on this panel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Fulham because listen, that's my other local team other than Chelsea. So listen,
Fulham's my
I've got-
love.
I've got-
Hey, bro. You know Fulham's
and
your
utter
second team.
woke nonsense.
Hey, Ahmed,
Listen, man.
you're crazy though, because you're a Chelsea
Yo,
fan.
a great man,
The guy likes Arsenal and Tottenham.
a great man once said, "Utter woke nonsense." Shout out Sean Dyche. That
But
was
listen, why is it all about nonsense? Let's be real, boys. Fulham is like my sighting. It's
No,
like
no,
QPR,
no, no.
another sighting. But listen, I don't really need to hate. There's no need for me to hate on them.
No, Ahmed, I'm the only one who can pull you up.
But
and
your
down.
side team's not your girlfriend's
give me a
sister.
second.
Your side team's your wife's
Ahmed.
sister.
Ahmed, please give me a sec, madam. Please give me a sec.
Wow, right.
Hey, Ahmed.
Wow, we.
Ahmed, I live literally Notting Hill Gate, yeah. So that's literally right next to Earls Court, Fulham, Chelsea.
I know, bro. Yeah, I'm
Hold on,
local to that
hold
too.
Hey, but you know QPR is my closest club. So I've been to a lot of QPR games, but bro, you can't be a QPR fan these days. Never. So
Listen,
was my
colour,
first love.
QPR, man.
Hey,
Trash.
Chelsea. I used to go to all their games as a child, yeah, but still wasn't for me. Fulham was the only club, yeah, where I'd go and watch.
Guys, I
I'd be
can't
like,
get
you know
you
what?
control of the show.
It's decent.
Let's
but-
go back.
For a Chelsea fan, for Fulham to be a second team. Oh,
Wallahi, it's crazy. Okay, so he said Fulham. He said Fulham. Jay, who do you want to win? Bournemouth?
I'll go with
Cassius, who do you want to win?
Nah,
the
you
FA
know what?
Cup?
I'll still lean on the side of Man City for this because some of these clubs are too small. These clubs are too small to win the FA Cup. Like it's one thing winning the League Cup, but let's not take the piss now with the FA Cup.
What about Aston Villa?
No, Jay, who do you want to win it? Who do you want to win it?
You know what? I'm happy.
Bournemouth.
Who do I want to win it? I don't.
Bournemouth or Brighton.
No, I don't like Brighton like that. Like Forest, nah.
Your future
You know what, bro? Crystal Palace, Jay, man. Crystal Palace, man. I thought that's your type of club.
Do you know
I'd
what?
go
Hey,
with,
Croydon
I'd go
needs
with
it, bro.
Iraola
South London needs
or
it, bro. I'm telling you.
It will end knife crime for 2 months.
Hey, yo, that is insane. That is insane.
Oh, bro, a girl, good one. No, that's mad. That's an end knife crime. You're crazy. Oh, bro. I think Spurs winning it. They're in a dodgy part of North, so I think Spurs winning it would be nice.
Spurs are not in the cup competition.
Oh no, I'm just saying though, in general.
In the
like,
future.
Spurs. Yeah. To stop knife crime, I'm saying.
You guys ruined the whole section.
Okay, Cassius wants to say who he thinks who he would like to win the FA Cup. Which team?
Nottingham Forest.
He wants Nottingham Forest to win.
Oh,
No, we
Why?
can't.
Why?
We can't have that. We can't have that.
Why
because
do you want?
we can't have that
Igal, let
God, Jay's another account.
let-
No. Why does he want that though?
Nah, we get 45 minutes on Arsenal, but this young man can't expand on why he wants Nottingham Forest to win. I think not. Sorry, I'm so sorry. We normally have a lot more manners on this show. I apologize, my good sir. So just so I know, like, why do you want Nottingham Forest to win? If you don't mind me asking.
Go on. Why do you want Nottingham Forest out of those teams?
The last time they won it was 70 years ago.
I wasn't expecting that voice. Jeez,
That's a pretty
Man knows his ball.
that sounds like it should be on my day right now.
Young man knows his football.
All I have to say is
You know ball, as the kids like to say. So
Cassie, all I gotta say is there's a big bad wolf called Wolfie, and if they win,
bro, I can't have Wolf now. Trust me.
Yeah, he's gonna give me a lot of problems. So I need to make sure my friend does not win the trophy. That's all I gotta say. As for Vader, you beat Bournemouth this weekend.
Listen, that's the plan. They got the best of us in the league, so we're gonna have to try to get a little bit of revenge. Shout out to Mo Salah. We're gonna have to try to get a little bit of revenge in this FA Cup. Absolutely. So I think we can do it. Pep's had time to obviously work with the team despite this whole international break as well. So yeah, we this is what we're playing for. We're playing for this. Yeah, there's the chance at top 4, top 5, but we know that we want glory with trophies. That's what you play for. We don't play for top 4. We don't play for top 5. We play for trophies. So yeah, we gotta. If I'm gonna say guaranteed win, must win, yes, I need this. When I see the likes of M, as bummy
Mate,
as he's
do you know
been
what? I was
winning
just
the
gonna
FA
say,
Cup,
even the way
I
you're
gotta be able to
talking
do
is
it.
boiling my blood.
Fairs,
So we don't just finish top
guys,
4.
Guys,
I hear it.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Cassius got a last
we're
question
not
for you.
done the show.
Cassius.
We're not done the show. We're not done the show. We still got 2 topics we got to discuss. Isak's contract. We're not going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about that during the transfer window. Foden, we've done enough on Foden. No need to talk about Foden.
Yeah, big up, big up.
You definitely have done enough on Foden.
England, international break, all that stuff. We could talk about that another day. There's 2 topics. First one, Kobe Mainoo leaving Manchester United. I'm gonna preface it one way and one way alone.
I don't think that's a big topic, man.
If Manchester United can get 70 million, if Manchester United can get 70 million today for Kobe Mainoo and reinvest it into the rest of their rebuild, is that the move, or is that keeping Kobe Mainoo and putting him on 200K a week the move? What do you think?
No, like I'm gonna say, I think this is the club moving very, very smart. You know, they've dangled a little a stadium in front of our eyes, and now everyone's gonna, you know, be more patient than previous years. But at the same time, like I don't think Kobe Mainoo's leaving. I think it's a wage issue, and I think they are. Do you know what, bro? My hot take is they've already agreed a wage. It's already done. I genuinely believe that this is the club just trying to, you know, we've signed down Kobe to a 5-year deal. We've done the same with Ahmad. There wasn't this big praise. Ahmad's on 120. I think Lenny Yoro's on 150. So Kobe's coming in. He's like, listen, I've been on 20K for the last 3 years. So, you know, I would like a better. It's naturally right.
I think he's earned it. You think he's earned it?
Do you know what it is, Vega? I don't think he's earned it. No, but at the same time, you've played for England. You've started for England, so maybe he does. But again, who's earned it? We spoke about this the other day. Lenny Yoro. Give me a sec. The only reason, listen, bro. The only reason. No, Jay. I'm gonna let you ask the question.
And you've changed your mind a lot.
I've changed my mind. The reason why
is I told you
it's because of Lenny Yoro. Yeah, I just said we spoke about it.
Now you see it fairly.
We spoke about it. Do you know what? Look, I'm allowed to change my opinion.
All right, give Jay credit. Give Jay credit as you change your mind. Then.
Yeah, you're right. Look, certain things have come to light, which I didn't see. I didn't expect. And bro, like you're right. He's been on 20K for the last 2-3 years. Lenny Yoro's just come in, and Jay, I genuinely believe the only
reason why. This is the exact argument I used with you.
Okay, he's gonna give you credit, Jay. Relax.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. You're gonna relax, bro. You're gonna breathe.
My bad.
So, like, Lenny Yoro coming in. The only reason why we gave Lenny Yoro that money is because the likes of Real Madrid were after him, right? And I believe that's wrong. Do you know what I mean? Just because and Kobe's been there, and I do believe he's going to stay there for a long time. Whether he's going to achieve that, whether he's going to that potential, we're going to have to wait and see. But I don't believe he's going to leave.
All right, let me stop you there.
He's not leaving nowhere.
Ahmed, Chelsea's linked to Kobe Mainoo. You guys think your club would drop 60 mil or 70 mil for him?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to connect my headphones. My apologies. But
you got the wrong guy.
Sorry, wrong guy. No, but I don't know. With Chelsea, I always say, man, it's in God's hands. You know what I mean? I just don't know what these guys are doing.
Inshallah, FC boys.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So 70. Do you think 70 million is too expensive for Kobe Mainoo?
Yes, currently, I think, in my personal opinion, if I'm Kobe Mainoo, I'm looking for a Dortmund. I'm looking for some level of that club, of that tier. Develop your game, get bigger, better, stronger, and then you go for that big contract. My personal opinion.
Wait. So how do you rate him on a?
Let me flip it. 1 second. It's important what he just said. So if you're Man United, would you take the 70 million?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Why? Let me tell you. No, let me tell you why not. Like real talk, bro. Like never in my 25, because I wasn't supporting Man United when I was 4, but 25 years of supporting Man United, have I sat there and been like, you know what, we should sell our youngsters. I'm so against that, especially the ones that are good, bro. And don't get me wrong, likes of Vato, you sold.
You're okay.
I won't say something.
You sold Palmer, and you've recuperated. even then, the only reason you sold Palmer is, I believe, because you've had other players. You've got other players there. He
There was a
can't
wealth
get
of
into the
players at the
team.
time.
They made a
Yeah.
mistake. They made a mistake.
I don't
No,
think
he
it's a
didn't.
mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. He can't get into that team. That team at that specific moment, he couldn't get in.
Right now, he starts.
Right
Yeah, that's
now,
in hindsight.
we're in a
That's not how you
position.
do it. That's not how you
Boys,
do it, yo.
boys, right now we're in a position where we need all the players that we can get, especially good youngsters, especially if they've got potential. And I don't see the likes of Manchester United having to sell our younger talents, especially talents that are going to improve teams around us. It doesn't make no sense.
All right,
So I would prefer.
This is the reason you sell him.
The next question is, why is Chelsea always after our youngsters?
No, but you sell him for 70 million. You
Have
get
you signed any?
if you
You
sell
want
him,
to go Nacho, like, and as soon as there's someone up for sale, Chelsea are at the door, bro. You came in for Rooney
I
as
think
well.
you guys have an agreement. You're getting your Mason Mount money back.
I told you, yeah, I've got my receipt. I'm still waiting for a refund. He doesn't want to give it to me.
There you go. Hey, I don't know, Jay. I ask you this question because you're very objective. If you're Manchester United and they get offered 70 million from PSG for Kobe Mainoo, should they consider it?
I mean, yeah, I feel like you have to consider it. Like, obviously, like, but I think it's a bad idea to. I think heart and soul being local lads.
It's from Manchester, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
It's important for any club. You need a certain number of domestic players that are integrated in the team, because obviously that helps with the academy and pathway and stuff. So for me, it's like the tangible of saying, like, how much is your soul worth? It's almost like, yeah, he makes 70 million for Kobe. Yeah, PSR kind of works. If I'm looking at like Arsenal, you look at Arsenal, you see Saka, you see, and even before these guys, you have people like Maitland-Niles and stuff like that. So I'm just basically saying that it's important. I always think it's important, and I think that.
But we've sold off youngsters, bro.
But the flip side I would push is, I do have issues about Kobe Mainoo's fit in this Amorim system. So if you look at, there's only number 10 or centre midfield. I feel like in centre midfield, he lacks legs and he lacks the passing range.
That's a good point.
If you're playing in a two-man, you need to be able to run a lot and you need to be able to break lines.
And aggressive in tackles.
Two aspects of his skill set that are lower than the other part. So that's an issue. In the 10, he's not creative enough yet.
No, it's not creative. It's the pace, Jay. It's not being creative enough because he's technically creative.
Yeah,
but if you're the free, he wants outlets, bro. So that's why you see Garnacho. That's why you see.
You've got two positions there behind the striker. We're looking
guys,
for
one second.
Vader, man.
Everyone hit that like button. Shout out to all you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe to Vader's channel. I'm going to put the link in the description. Big up Vader.
Bless. Take care, guys.
Continue. Jay, take it away, bro.
Yeah, so I was just looking at it from just the point of saying, like, they in terms of how he fits, in terms of a 10, in terms of a, like, if United were to switch to a 3-5-2, I think he'd thrive. In a 3-4-3, I'm not sure, but it's one of those where you don't necessarily want to sell a player,
a manager
fit. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like, that's not. He's only 18, bro. It's like I don't see why that decision needs to be made now. If anything, just get him on a deal, yeah, and we go from there. He doesn't need to be someone that needs to get moved on to raise money for the club because the Glazers don't want to put in no money.
Yeah.
All right. So nobody thinks Kobe Mainoo is going to leave, even you, Rack?
I've just been sitting back and watching this conversation, and we're talking about homegrown players leaving when they should stay and all that. And there are some players with the Trent situation, right?
Sell all of them. Did Cassius just say sell all of them?
No, he didn't say sell all of them. You don't want to sell all of them. No, he didn't.
Oh, sorry.
No. He doesn't mind losing Trent. He said we can't lose Salah and Van Dijk, right? Maybe you want to lose Van
Dijk. Bombshell. Van Dijk's got to go as well. He's getting old.
What? He's a defender as well. He's a defender.
Wait. He's not playing that good this season.
He's okay. He's all right. Look, I think 70 million is a quite a large overvaluation for Mainoo. So money wise, it makes sense, but like you got to think that 120 grand a week, if that's what he's being offered, is good money for a player that young. You want to stay somewhere where you know the environment. The question is Man United moving in the right direction? If he thinks the environment Man United is improving and will be conducive to developing young players in the future, he should stay. If he doesn't, he should get the hell out, because ultimately he is talented, and you want to be able to maximize that talent. If he maximizes the talent, he's going to be worth a hell of a lot more.
You know, he's a Man United fan, right? You know, like
yeah. That's the thing, right? But you know what I said earlier about Trent made a decision for himself, not necessarily for the club. He made a decision as a professional. If he genuinely thinks that Man United is not the place to develop, and maybe going to Dortmund, for example.
You can't compare Kobe Mainoo to Trent right now. You know, I'm not like
no. But what I'm saying is, if Mainoo was your son, and you had to choose you can stay at Man United, but the environment is questionable. You don't know what's going on. There's a lot of turmoil. People getting sacked left, right, and centre. Or you go to. I'm not suggesting Chelsea, but say you mentioned the Dortmund, or people mentioned the Dortmund, where young players develop and thrive and stuff. You'd probably want your son to be in the best possible environment.
100%. But right, the thing is, bro, like he's come from the academy. He's from Manchester. That's his club. He supports the club. He's probably like that's his. It's like, when you take ownership in something that
sounds like Trent to me.
Bro, he's 18. That's the difference. No. If Mainoo was 23, 24, 25, and this was a current situation, I'd be like, okay, cool. Now
every one of you, except for Jay, have said everything but the business side of things. Nobody said the business side of things. That's where I was wondering if anyone was going to go that way. But since none of you have, let's kind of shift away because we're repeating the same thing. It just everyone said
business side. He's going to sign a deal for about 140k a week, just under or maybe the same as Lenny Euro. It's going to be 150 a week.
At this point, the power is in the player. He could run down his contract, and then you're going to have.
I think it's signed. I'm not going to lie. I think it's signed. I think obviously he's doing that. He wants more money. Like
120 grand a week. I think 120 grand a week for a young player like that is still crazy money. Like 120 grand a week.
I think it's cheap compared to the Man United players.
Ahmad just signed a deal. 130.
One second.
How much is what's his name at Spurs?
He wants to be brought up into line with the rest of the other players that are in his
100%. And the guy, he's been on 20k. Not only that, you've been starting for England. You've gone to major tournaments. You've performed. You've won it. You scored a goal in the FA Cup. So, bro, he's done a lot in these 2 years. Like I know you might not think about it, but Jay, we were having this argument. Lenny Euro. The only reason why like Lenny Euro is rated because Real Madrid were in for him. But if you were to look at what Kobe done, which you made this point, you literally said, I think Kobe Mainoo has done more in his last year than Lenny Euro, and you were right.
His goal bonus in the FA Cup was more than what he made the whole month.
Yeah, but the thing is this is the thing with like Trent. It's quite a similar situation sometimes to like Trent as well. And this is what I'm saying. Like you have to understand this that you as a football club can make money on the player. Yeah, you can cut corners. Yeah, and be saving money on the player, but don't cry when at the end of that player's contract, he doesn't want to re-sign and he goes off into the distance. It's not the player's duty.
I don't think
it's not the player's duty to retain value. Do you know what I mean? As in, that's the club's duty. So to me, I look at this Mainoo thing very similar to Trent. You know, a couple of years ago, I think Liverpool finished. I think it was 5th. And
it's
I think Trent had 2 years left in his contract. Yeah. And my point is that's when Liverpool should have just thrown the bag at him. But the problem is when you're coming off a season and you don't see the value, things move quite quickly.
Bro,
now,
this is not similar. We've been finishing 8th.
Bro, I'm saying now, renew Kobe now at a premium or cry about it in a year when he doesn't sign. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So he's got to do it now.
Finish off this topic.
No, I'm just saying, like, look, like, it's not the same scenario as Trent. Like, Trent.
No, I'm not saying
it's completely different.
2 years ago,
but Liverpool would have had the opportunity to give Trent a new contract. Yeah, and they didn't do it. Of what he's worth. Same as Mainoo right now. Give him the premium on what he's worth. Save yourself pain in the future of him running his contract down. But how the club's looking at it? They're probably looking at it as like, look, like right now we're going to pay on potential. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But we've still seen. I believe we've seen enough. Yeah.
But if Kobe plays well in the next
well,
6 to 12 months, now you won't be able to retain him for less than 300 grand.
Yeah.
Pay him 170.
No, but that's why. No, but that's why he's actually trying to get a good deal. And I get it. You don't want to
guys,
sign another 4-year
we're
deal.
gonna have to stop, rewind. We'll talk about this another day. Ange is gonna be sacked, and this is gonna be the next Spurs manager, guys. How do you feel, Jay?
Well, I don't necessarily.
Hey, is this from Reddit?
No,
yeah. Do you know? Listen, we still got like as fun as speculation is, we still have a manager. I don't think Iraola's nailed on. For me, I think there's a few managers like Iraola, Silva, Frank, probably Xavi, would be my shortlist now.
They're saying the short list is actually Iraola, Marco Silva, and Thomas Frank.
But my point is that like I think I could see Xavi being on that list as well, and then also
Xavi,
yeah,
Barcelona, Xavi.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Why?
Like you are not.
Give me a reason why Xavi shouldn't be on that list.
All right, I'll give you 5.
Give me 1.
The first reason is he is not going to come to. He needs backing in any team that he comes into. He's not going to come into a team and not get backed. And not only that, with Tottenham, you was already complaining about the style of play and someone who's going to make sure that he's playing his style of play. Xavi's one of those guys. He's going to come in and not care. He's going to have right backs playing in midfield that are not used to it and popping the ball about. That's what he's used to. And to come into
listen. I'm okay. So what I'm going to say here
that's one reason, bro. You're leaving here the second.
People say Xavi won't go Spurs, but okay, cool. Look at it like this, right?
No.
I'm just saying. Let me explain to you. Like, first of all, like I remember people saying Conte wouldn't go Spurs or this or that. Listen, the Premier League's the Premier League. Yeah, you got Europa League winners Glasner managing Crystal Palace. Like, the Premier League's the Premier League. If Xavi wants a top job in Spain, the top 3 are gone. He's never going Madrid. Atletico have a manager. He's not going back to Barcelona. So basically, managing Spurs is essentially a bigger profile than any other job he could get in Spain. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, look at other countries. Maybe he wants to go Italy. Maybe he wants to go AC Milan. Okay, the argument to go AC Milan, he'd have less money at AC Milan. Yeah. Spurs have a good youth project. Spurs spent a good amount of money. People don't forget he was pulling all these levers like some sort of evil anime boss. Yeah, at Barcelona. Let's not pretend like he had loads of money at Barcelona. My point is, people say this. Spurs could have got Hansi Flick when they got Ange. Like, you underestimate the number of jobs there are for managers who want to manage. If Xavi wants to manage, where's he going? Like, give me examples of where he's going to manage his next.
Well,
team.
Jay, we were linked with him.
To go to Italy.
No, Man United were linked with him, bro. Like, honestly, because there was a stage where, like, 2 weeks ago, where Amarin's job was kind of on the line, and like there were reports of Xavi being interested, and
the thing is like Spurs could have got Enrique. Yeah, Spurs picked Ange over Enrique.
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Yes, they did.
To join you,
bro. Listen. Yes, they did. Yeah, that's a statement of facts that I'm giving you. Spurs could have got Marco Silva. They could have got Enrique. They picked Ange. So Enrique is now at fucking PSG. And now you turn around and say, oh, Spurs couldn't get Enrique. Spurs could have got Enrique. Spurs could have got Flick.
Enrique was getting shopped around, bro. He was going to my club. He was going
That's
to
what I'm
PSG.
saying, bro. Like,
if I'm being fair,
these people acting like Xavi doesn't want a job. Do you think?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's definitely out there for a job, but like.
Did
maybe word it different. I don't think Xavi is a right match for you lot. Because I don't think that you lot are going to be able to cope with someone like Xavi when you've already got Ange.
1 second. March 29, 2023, Luis Enrique ruled himself out of the Tottenham job.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Chelsea, maybe.
No, the problem was So when we went in for him,
bro, listen. Luis Enrique was final 2/3 for the Tottenham job. I'm telling you that.
No, I agree. I remember the Chelsea situation was that he wanted to keep Ziyech at the time, and we didn't.
Bro, like type in.
Look at that.
Bro, type in.
Two completely different reports. So one is saying
type in Enrique Paratici. Type in Enrique Paratici. Just type in Enrique Paratici.
I'm confused because there's two completely different reports. One is saying in March that he rejected the Spurs job. The next
Yeah,
one
but
is
we're not
saying
talking about March. We're talking about in April.
you're not even letting me get to the second point. The second point is he was delighted to join Spurs and rejected Napoli. So
I'm saying, because you're using two different times. May, that's 2 months later. 2 months later, at the end, he interviewed for the job. So if you type in like Enrique interviewed Tottenham job.
yeah, Arne Slot also.
Yeah, did you not know?
Yeah, like bro, that's the thing, innit? When managers are not working or currently in work, they will be going to clubs for interviews, 100%. And it's one of them ones. Like I heard Slot was interviewed by Tottenham as well. I heard Eric Ten Hag was
I remember
interviewed by
Arne
Liverpool as well. Like they you had Amarin was interviewed by West Ham and Spurs, I think.
And Saliba almost went to Spurs also. People nearly always go to Spurs. It's crazy.
bit harsh, but yeah, no, we interview and I think that's why this time round, like, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if Paratici comes back or does something, I wouldn't be surprised. People like
Terzic.
Paratici's about to become the
in summer.
Yeah, he's about to become the AC Milan what's he called, sport director.
How the hell is he still sporting directing after all the stuff with Juventus?
No, because Italy. That's Italy, bro. They got
Corruption FC, man, always wins.
Yeah, the mafiosos over there. I'm telling you,
guys,
bro. The Gamora and all that.
I'm gonna go pray. Before I wrap up, I just want to know, Jay, what do you genuinely think is gonna happen with Ange's replacement? Who do you think it's gonna be before we go?
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I remember. Well, it's like we thought we were going to get. I remember Ten Hag was close to getting the Tottenham job a few years ago. And
would you take him now?
No, only because, but not because I think he's hopeless. It's a bit like I remember Brendan Rodgers when we were getting Ange, and I remember saying Brendan Rodgers is a good coach, and a lot of people around me were like, "No, he's not. No, he's not." I was like, "Well, he is a good coach." Just because it went shit at Leicester doesn't mean he's a bad coach. And now people would look at him and say he's a good coach. So I'm not like any of those. For me, I think the best thing I can look at here is Ange's style of football. I think if you took the extremes away from what he does, could be really good. Like if you just rein some of the attacking in, put an extra man in defense, build up a little bit safer. So to me, that means people like Frank and Silva will probably be better because you can look at those. I can see both of those managers seeing what works and keeping it and trying to build on it a little bit. They strike me as adaptable, pragmatic managers. So to me, that makes sense to look at that. And Xavi, again, like I think he's won a league. He has a proven pedigree of working with younger players. I really think someone like Xavi could make a lot of sense, especially for the direction of what Spurs are doing. But Frank or Silva, I like both of them. I think they're both good coaches. I feel like both of those coaches elevate the quality of the player. Like both of those coaches have got high level of, you look at Iwobi, you look at Pereira, you look at, Sander Berg and even Harrison Reed. You say these guys are coached. Antoine Robinson, this guy is coached. Look at Brentford, Jensen, Mbuemo, Wisa, Pontus Jan. These guys are coached. And I just think that any of these teams, if you get these managers, they're going to elevate the quality of your players because they know how to coach.
Fair.
I hear it.
There you go. There you go. You heard it here first, guys. Just get them a really good coach.
Cassius, what do you think? What do you think of Tottenham?
Who really cares about them?
Oh,
okay. Do you know what?
Okay.
Hey, that is not what I expected.
I take back everything
that's
nice
not what I
said about you
expected.
earlier,
Hey, I think that's the perfect way.
I was actually waiting for it.
Guys, I think that's the perfect way to end the show. Pick up everyone. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Big up everyone, man.
We'll be back next week. No show on Sunday. Done, all people. Out of here. Peace.
Big up.
Bye.